Babe, I don't think you're lazy. I just don't think you want it bad enough. How many times have you wanted something to happen in your life and you made it happen because that's how badly you wanted it? Saying I have no idea where to start is an excuse. I understand that it's overwhelming, but you just have to start. The reason why you're not transforming your life is because you don't want to leave your comfort zone. You prefer the comfort of your excuses versus facing your fears, which the underlying tone is you're scared to fail, right? Failure is always an opportunity to learn, and you only fail if you quit. The only person that's holding you back from achieving the life that you want to live is yourself. And I tell you that with conviction as somebody who's lost 120 pounds. Nothing worked until I decided I want it. Nothing stuck until I decided I want it. And I went out there and I didn't take no from an answer from anyone, not even myself.
Before you eat, you have to play this game. It's called Am I Hungry or Am I Bored? This is how you play. You're like, oh, I'm hungry. You get up. No. No. You will sit in place for at least 60 seconds and think, am I really hungry or am I actually just bored? If you're bored, problem solved, okay? You're like, okay, let me go grab a sugar-free juice. Let me go grab water. Let me go grab tea, something. A lot of times when you're feel like, oh, I might be hungry, you're actually just thirsty. Your brain registers it in the same exact way. Or two, you realize, oh, I actually am hungry. You've now taken at least 60 seconds to make a decision that is going to make your body feel good. You didn't just get up and go grabbing and looking in the pantry, looking in the fridge, looking in the freezer. No. You were like, okay, I'm going to sit here for at least 60 seconds and think, what do I want? What foods am I going to grab for that are going to align with my goals? Trust me. If you freaking do this, it's only 60 seconds at a time of your day. You can do it. The weight will come off so much easier because you're not going to have so much regret around, I messed up my calorie deficit today. I just went and grabbed food because I was hungry in the moment. No, you sat, you chilled, you thought, you made the right decision.
These are 10 foods you can overeat when you're losing weight that are pretty low calorie and won't really affect your goals. You can have a high volume of these foods with little calories. Number 1, strawberries. Strawberries only have 50 calories per cup and are pretty low in sugar. Number 2, carrots, my favorite snack. They're also 50 calories per cup. Paired with some Greek yogurt, it's a great low-calorie snack. Number 3 is literally almost 0 calories, and most people don't know this, but mushrooms are only 15 calories per cup, which is pretty much like 0 calories. Great texture, they taste super good in eggs. It's a great addition to just add volume to your meal for basically no calories. Number 4 is cherry tomatoes, only 30 calories per cup, and whenever I was trying to lose weight, I'd literally have some cherry tomatoes, drizzle a bit of honey and sea salt. If you basically finished your calories for the day, it's an amazing snack to have if you're still hungry, but you don't want to go overboard. Also very high in antioxidants. Number 5 is zucchini. You can air fry zucchini or you can bake it, and it's only 20 calories per cup. Put a little sea salt and some paprika, bake it in the oven for like 20-30 minutes. It's going to taste so good. It literally tastes like chips, basically 0 calories. Number 6, bell peppers, only 40 calories per cup. They're super low calorie and a great dip in like Greek yogurt or hummus. Number 7 is broccoli, which is only 30 calories per cup. When I was trying to lose weight, I would have broccoli every single day. I would sometimes bake it to make it crispy. Number 8 is cucumber. I think we all know cucumber. Literally, like, there's no calories in cucumber. It has 16 calories per cup. I saw this girl post a video on like her supermodel snack, and it was lemon, cucumber, sea salt, and a bit of pepper and onion, and I made it and it tastes amazing. So again, if you're trying to lose weight, it's a great snack, and it gives you that like crunchy, satisfying taste without having to go overboard or go over your calories. And number 9 is kimchi. Kimchi is so good for you. I always talk about it. It's amazing for gut health. It's about 30 to 40 calories per 100 grams, which is literally nothing. Like, it is super low calorie, very satisfying. Also for me, it kind of curbs my appetite because it's so strong in taste and flavor. And lastly, pickles. They're like 5 to 10 calories per like a large pickle. Not the best if you're trying to watch your sodium, but a great low calorie snack if you want to end the night but you want something salty. It's going to curb that craving without going over your calories or ruining any of your weight loss goals.
If you are trying to lose weight, here's some things that you should know. You don't need to drink more water. You don't need to eat more protein. You don't have to get 10K steps every single day. You don't need to have the perfect macronutrients. You don't have to avoid carbs and sugars. You also don't need to pay somebody to lose weight, and you don't need Ozempic. Girl, you just need to be in a caloric deficit. That is it. That is literally it. If you're eating less than your body burns, you will lose body fat. And it is that simple. Guys, stop overcomplicating it. I'm eating an Oreo with my yogurt right now, and it's freaking delicious, okay? Go out there, be skinny, be bad. Okay, love ya, bye.
I lost 64 pounds twice, all within under a year, only by being in a calorie deficit. My body looks better now than it did before pregnancy. You can go to the gym literally every day. You still won't lose weight. If anything, it makes you more hungry and it makes you want to eat more. I'm not saying don't go to the gym. Definitely go to the gym. It's great for your body, your mental health, and it's good for strengthening your body. But it's not going to make you lose weight, and that's the reality of it. So please don't freaking stitch my video and be like, oh my god, you have to go to the gym. You have to eat healthy. You actually do not have to eat healthy. You do not have to skip out on carbs carbs. You do not have to not eat bread and chocolate and ice cream. You can literally eat everything you enjoy and be in a calorie deficit and lose more weight than the person who is on a meal plan and going to the gym 6 days a week. Is eating healthier foods better for your health? Yes. But does that mean you're gonna lose weight faster than the person who is eating carbs? No. You can go to the gym and come home and eat 10,000 calories. You're not gonna lose weight. Maintenance on what you eat and put in your mouth is all that matters. Calorie deficit only.
How long is it going to take me to start to see results from my calorie deficit? This is probably the most popular question everyone's thinking, but they never ask. So I love that she asked it. Let's get into it. Am I going to expect to see massive freaking progress in the first 4 to 6 weeks? No, I'm not. I'm typically going to start to see results start to creep in from the 4-week on mark and more. Biggest reason why, now not everyone, right? Some of my clients walk in, they get into their deficit, they're nailing it, and they start to see strategic weight loss. But on average, it usually takes about 4 weeks. And there's no like science behind that, because it is obviously dependent on our consistency. But the reason we see that happening more at the 4-week mark is because that's when we're really starting to hit our stride. We're really starting to get consistent. We're really starting to dial in the habits that we're actually being consistent enough for our body to take note. So I tend to see anywhere from the 4 to 6 week mark is when I'll see a lot of progress actually start to get streamlined. And so this is why we're always such strong advocates of like, stop giving up so early, because you haven't even gotten there yet. And remember that like, we have to be okay with delayed gratification. This journey, sustainable long-term weight loss, it is not instant gratification. Friends, get that out of your mind. You're not Amazon priming this shit to your door. You've got to be patient. This is a marathon. This is not a sprint. It's going to take a minute for your body to kind of catch up and for your consistency to be enough for our body to respond. But if you give that shit time, you're going to be really effing happy you did. So what a lot of times will happen is the first couple weeks, clients not losing weight. I'm not losing any weight. This isn't working for me. First of all, it's been 2 weeks. Chill. It's been 2 weeks, hang in there. And then 3rd week, they'll come in and they'll drop like 2 pounds. And they're like, oh, the scale went down. I'm like, yeah, now look at that on average. We're falling right into our average. So keep going. They'll lose another couple pounds in their 4th week. And I'm like, now we're perfectly in that half a pound to a pound range. So typically I tend to see 4 to 6 week mark is when you really start to see some streamline results. So my biggest tip, buckle up, my friends. Keep grinding it out because you will get there. I promise, consistent effort will get you there. Just keep going.
I've lost 35 pounds and I've kept it off for over 2 years. And here are some things I wish I knew about weight loss when I first started. The first thing is what I like to call the beginner's plateau, because let me know why it took me 2 months to see any results. Luckily, I'm not a quitter. And I kept going, and by that 3rd month, I remember when I first saw like actual results. Like I think I was like only 5 pounds down at that point. I felt like Bella Hadid. I was so over the moon because those first 2 months I wasn't seeing fucking anything. When I actually did see it and I felt noticeably smaller, oh my god, that was the best feeling ever. So if you're not seeing results, keep going and it might be completely different. Switching from doing intense cardio at the gym to just hitting my step goal changed the game for me for weight loss. Another thing is weightlifting is such a cheat code. Having muscle is what shapes your body. So I get a lot of DMs of people being like, I'm skinny fat, like what do I do? You need to build muscle. If you want to have that like shape, that's all muscle. The last thing I will say, this is a very unconventional tip, but don't tell anybody about your weight loss. When I lost weight, nobody fucking knew. I was so locked in. I didn't tell any of my friends. Then I just popped out one day with an insane body T. And I remember that day feeling so fucking good. And people would say to me like, oh my god, what's left of you? What? Me? Like, oh my god. I lived my whole life being like slightly bigger. I wasn't huge, okay, but I was definitely a little bit bigger. And just like feeling small after just being so silently locked in was the best feeling ever. When you tell people about your weight loss goals, people are so weird when it comes to diets. Like, you're just in a calorie deficit and you're doing your own thing. Don't tell people, because they will be preying on your downfall. They will purposely try to get you to mess up or tell you, oh my god, no, you look great, like don't even worry. But then when you pop out with the body tea, they're gonna be silent. They're gonna be like, oh my god. Because you know why? They're not locked in and they're projecting it on you that you're actually locked in and doing something they wish they could do.
There's really two signs that your body will give you that you're in a calorie deficit, and they go hand in hand with one another. First is that you are hungrier than what you were prior. You shouldn't be absolutely ravenous, but you will notice some hunger. That is inevitable. And the second thing is you're losing weight. Weighing yourself is obviously much more of a data-driven approach, but if you're somebody who the scale can be very triggering, then it's going to take a little bit more time to know if you're really losing weight, because now you're going off of maybe progress photos or the way that your clothes are fitting, which can take a little bit more time than losing half a pound.
I genuinely don't think enough people realize how good walking is for you, especially when your goal is fat loss. And I have firsthand experience losing weight and overall fat this whole past year with increased walking. I aim for a minimum of 10,000 steps per day. I'll usually get between 15 to 20,000 steps, and you don't even need to overcomplicate it. Like when you're at the gym or the grocery store, just park a little bit farther away and just move your body more throughout the day in general. My workouts definitely look a little bit different now than they did last year. I have switched out the heavy lifting for more list type exercise. I start out on the treadmill, just simply walking like 1 to 3 miles, depending on how much time I have that day. I do think incorporating running has helped me lean out, but overall, walking still takes the cake for fat loss. Just trust me, set a walking goal and see what happens.
Why do people demonize calorie tracking? Why do people say that you have an E-day if you track your calories? Because calorie tracking is the best thing I ever did for myself. It's the best thing I ever did for myself, and it's made my life effortless, and it has allowed me to manipulate my body in any way that I want. It has allowed me to do the absolute bare minimum in the gym and look exactly how I want to. I don't have to guess. I don't have to wonder why, oh, I'm doing all this cardio and I'm not losing weight. Oh, I'm eating so healthy and I'm not losing weight. That was fucking exhausting. That was exhausting to be doing cardio and working out at the gym 6 days a week and eating super healthy and not eating anything that I liked and then still fucking hating how I looked. That was fucking exhausting. Not only physically, but mentally. Because I was like, then what the fuck is it? What is it? Is it genetics? Is it hormones? No. It's a calorie deficit. That's it. That's the only way to lose weight. It's all a numbers game. And once I realized that, I was like, what the fuck? You're telling me I can have pizza, I can have ice cream, and I can lose weight? Yeah. Yes, sir. Changed my life. Prior to tracking calories, I would be good all week. I would eat super healthy, no processed food, no junk food. I would eat super healthy, and then on the weekends I'd be like, okay, I can treat myself a little bit. It's never a little bit. When is it ever a little bit? It's never a little bit. You're getting drunk with your friends and you're having a fucking blast. And you know what that does? It takes you out of a calorie deficit and into a calorie surplus or maintenance. It doesn't matter. That's the thing. It doesn't matter what you are eating. That's the thing. That's the fucking thing. It doesn't matter what you're eating. It matters how much you are eating. Consumption, portion sizes. When you track your calories, you can eat whatever the fuck you want without guilt. I eat whatever the fuck I want. I fit whatever I want into my calories. If I want pizza, I can go get that any night of the week.
I was able to lose over 50 pounds. If you want the proof, here's my before, here's my after. These are some things I did to lose the weight. Pay close attention. I'm only going to tell you once. The first thing I did, you might not want to hear this, but I did cardio with every workout. It literally melts the weight off your body. If you do cardio 3 times a week, you'll see the difference in a month. I promise you. The next thing I did to lose weight was I made healthy swaps and I cut my portions down. So just for example, I would eat this instead of this, and I would eat this instead of this.
I've lost 35 pounds in the last 4.5 months, taking me from this to this. And I'm going to share with you exactly how I did it. Tip number 1 is to get your steps in. They call it a hot mom walk, a hot girl walk for a reason. You get out there, you get those steps in, 10,000 steps a day, and you are going to see the weight melt off of you. Along with getting those steps in, move your body. Find some form of exercise that you enjoy doing. For me personally, it's bar. I'm a huge fan of how small the weights are, how small the movements are for the most impact. I feel stronger than I've ever felt my whole entire life. I am 100% bar's biggest fan. Tip number 2 is portion control. So not overindulging. I eat my meals on a salad plate. so that I don't feel miserable after every single meal. Eating higher protein too is going to keep you fuller and more satisfied for longer periods. And then tip number 3 is your water intake. I goal myself at 64 ounces a day, and I know that seems very excessive in the beginning. Once you get used to it, you can do it. Keeping your water intake up is so good for so many reasons. It's keeping your skin clear, it's keeping things nice and flowing, it's going to act as an appetite suppressant as well, which is ideal because it keeps you fuller longer. And at this point in my life, I can confidently say that I am the happiest and the healthiest and the strongest I've ever been. As a mom to girls especially, that is the most fulfilling and the most rewarding, and truthfully what keeps me going. And I promise if you stick to it and keep on grinding, you will see results.
A lot of you aren't gonna like this, but there's only one thing that I've noticed that helped me lose 50 pounds. And I don't want to say this because it's controversial, but that's not eating. Period. Don't eat. From weighing over 200 pounds to now, I'm still about 20 to 30 pounds away from my weight goal, but literally the only advice that I can give people is to not eat. I was doing the healthy eating, I was doing the protein shakes, I was doing this, I was doing that, I was doing blah, 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 blah. You guys, when I'm telling you, like, I only notice a difference in the calorie deficit, like, okay, maybe that, but for me, personally, for me, none of it works. I could work out 7 days a week and I'm still like, something is going on with my body that I don't lose the weight. And the only thing that I've noticed is not eating. Only eating once a day, and as bad as that sounds, it works for me. And that is the only time that I notice the scale go down. Close your mouth, stop eating. If you feel hungry, I eat around like 3-4 p.m. Sounds bad. I don't care what people's opinion is. It's my body. It works for me. I'm letting you know what worked for me to lose 50 pounds. If I start getting hungry, like super, super hungry, I'm drinking water. I'm chugging water. I'm drinking like a protein shake or a coffee because it kind of keeps me full. And then once I'm like, okay, I'm so hungry, I eat around 4 or 5 p.m. and it literally keeps me full for the rest of the day.
Okay, something that makes me livid when talking about weight loss are the people that have the mentality of I'll start Monday, I'll start tomorrow. Literally just do it right now. Just do it now. What is wrong with getting it done now, next meal, not tomorrow, not the next day, not the next week? I used to be that person. Do not be that person. Literally start now if you want to do it. If you don't listen to this, but if you want to, start now.